Dave's Vault, my fellow gamers. So here I wanted to talk a little bit about Cosmic Ghost Rider for the Marvel Crisis Protocol game. I only played one game, and I don't really think that I like it all that much. To be honest and serious about it, I'll have another video about that. But I wanted to talk about this model in particular because he's a cool challenge, right? So he comes with these really cool clear parts. This is like the front tire of his bike. And then he's got a helmet piece. Now they do give you an extra head. Here's like flaming. That's just the flame portion, but I don't know where I kicked the head part. Yeah, his skull is right there. But then he's got this big old like rat tail of fire. And everyone, including the studio, has taken these clear parts and disregarded them. So they just painted him up like this. So they gave him his goofy head with the flame on it, which you could do that with normal Ghost Rider. They do have a model for that. And then the ball of energy in front of him, they just painted right over that. What the heck? So, yeah, that's goofy nuts, right? So, let me put this phone in a cradle here. Okay. So, my plan, and see, when you go online to search images for him painted, okay, you're going to find this ball fully painted or totally replaced by like some giant marble thing. Really ridiculous. And no one, I think, uses his really cool helmet here. So I'm like, all right, well, you know what? This is not cool. I need to use the helmet and I need to use this ball. And it needs to be clear because the front stem of his bike here, where his like pistons are, is kind of like a Jacob's cradle or like a Jacob's ladder, where like electricity goes through it, like an old horror movie. Just picture it sitting straight up and down, and the electricity, you know, that's what it's based off of, I think. So here's my idea. I paint the base all the way. I actually did a bunch of this last night. I actually did the entire base last night. But I need to, you know, make everything look better. I need to finish this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this base here. It's all covered in Aggregax. That's why it's shiny. It's a gloss. But I'm going to take the very edge of this dip here, and I'm going to carve that down into the plastic. Okay? And so this is going to be 100% complete. I'm going to spray it with Testra's Dull Coat, get it 100%, right? And then carve around that. Then, and I've already started, so I'm leaving most of this primed. Paint just this front post. And I'll point with this here brush. So here, if you guys can see, it's a little little diagonal trough there, and then this one looks more horizontal here. That is where this energy ball joins up. Okay, so that's its groove where it hooks up into. So you've got this Jacob's ladder here deep inside that ball. So my idea is to paint these up, and I might have some blue kind of energy going up it or whatnot, you know, around it to where when you turn the model, you can look at it. But then after I paint this particular part, nothing else, I'm going to take an X-Acto knife and I'm going to take the paint off of these grooves here, all around them. And once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and assemble everything, right? I'll put it all together, the ball anyway. I'll put the two halves together because it will glue. I tested it recently on a piece of sprue and a piece of sprue of each. So I just laid them on top of each other. They glue perfectly fine with the Tamiya extra thin cement. and it glues strong, which is very nice. And what's even better is it doesn't leave the oxidation white trail of glue. So I'm going to glue those two halves together on top of this painted little section. I'm just going to paint that all the way. Glue these pieces in. And then here on top it has these like electrical ridges and stuff, and then it has gaps on the inside as well of the energy, which it's a shame to lose all that, but you'll be able to see the Jacob's Ladder piece in there, which I believe is important. And actually, it would be really great if I could put an electrical piece between it. Maybe I'll do some image searches for him in the comics and whatnot and see what they've done. But it would be cool to do like an arcing piece and then a diagonal piece as if it's traveling down. That would be cool, actually. So that might be exactly what I do. Well, then I'll paint, and man, that'd be cool because I can kind of get away with not painting just ordinary lines. I could paint the actual arcs, that lightning blue with a white on it, and then that would look cool. And then you could see it from within this orb. And see down there, this piece here is where it attaches to the base. And oh, come now, my lovely. There we go. So it attaches pretty good right there at the base. But all I really need is that ring carved out into the plastic so that this will fit just fine, right? And that'd be wonderful. But I'll have just the electric bolts on this thing, just these pieces painted, and I'm going to do a pale blue and then a white on some of the tops of it just to highlight it up, but leave most everything clear so that you can see what's going on. And maybe what I'll do because these things are empty here, these hollow crevices. So maybe on the inside of that, I'll also paint the light blue to give it, just more color in the daggone thing too. But also make it seem like it's got electrical edges as well. So, but my main thing is, everyone colors this thing solid. They don't ever leave it clear. And that bothers me, but it's a delicious problem because here it's like, man, how do I dull coat the whole model? I'll have the base dull coated, but this thing, all I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this up in like some masking tape or something and then dull coat the main body of the model. And then of course I can put the helmet on after I'm done dull coating. Because if you guys follow my channel at all, you'll know that dull coat, any kind of overspray, will cloud this plastic here, and that's no bueno. You don't want it clouded. So yes, the electrical bits won't be covered by anything, which is fine. That's fine. I could, in a sense, take a liquid masking and paint around on the clear parts the liquid mask and then dull coat the electrical bits, but I don't think that's too necessary. I'm not going to beat these things up. I have them all in a glass case, but I think the model's cool. It will enable me to mess with lighting effects. His chain's right up against his chest. It's going to be awesome. It's got flames rocking out of the back, so he's a neat model, and he works with two factions that I play or am building. I have the faction, so. But anyway, so he's something, a deliciously difficult problem that I think that I have a way around. So definitely excited to show you guys the completed model when I do get it done. It should be fairly soon because I'm excited to do it because it has a lot of problems here for me. And lighting effects, which are, they'll be interesting to try to deal with. All right, you guys take it easy. Go out there and vote. We only have like 3 more days. So, yeah. God bless y'all. Bye-bye.